Good morning. Uh, it's Friday Eve, I heard this morning. I think that's a good description. And the good news for me is Friday starts my weekend because I'm off on Fridays, although I already have the day out scheduled. But I'm tired. It's only Thursday morning and I'm exhausted. Starting bugs on CBD oil today. Woohoo. Yeah, we started Charlie for his SM and Abby for her cancer and SM on the CBD oil, and seems to be helping. At least, I mean, Abby, who knows with the cancer, what we're doing there. I haven't. Hopefully, I'll have my biopsy report when I go in today. But for Charlie, when we remember to give it to him, he definitely seems to be better. I was trying to tape radio interviews on Tuesday, and of course, Charlie, the past 3 times I've done radio interviews, he starts to howl in the middle of the interview. So when you listen to my radio shows, you get to hear my dogs barking and howling in the background. I guess that means it really is a pet show. So what I want to do, oh, hi, Michelle. What I want to do, because on the list that I read yesterday, one of the things that's really high on the list is ear infections. Rough start, slipped in dog pee, hit my head on the ceramic floor. It can only get better, right? Renee, that's how so many of my days start. I can totally identify with you. I'm so thankful mine didn't start that way today because I'm exhausted. Can it be given in food or should it be given by itself, the CBD oil? You can do either way. I've done it both ways with our guys, kind of depending on whether we remember to give it to them at the time of feeding. They just want to pitch in. Yeah. Oh, well. They just want everybody to make sure that everyone knows it's their show. This is their show. It's, remember, Breakfast with Spaniels. I just happen to be here. Okay, so Millie, if I can find her, and if we can get the camera and everything all in the right spot. Actually, honey, I think I'm going to put these guys down and put her up. Oh, you're brave picking her up. Millie doesn't always like to be picked up. Just put her here so Charlie can stay. And then Hugh's going to have to refocus our camera. Sorry. See? This was a last minute decision to do this. So we see a lot of ear infections, and then I have clients come in and they say, oh, well, I've been cleaning out the dog's ear. And I say, well, how are you cleaning the ear? And most people do not know the correct procedure for cleaning out a dog's ear. So Millie's going to show you, and I don't do her ears very often, but she does tend to grow a little bit of yeast. So she may not be very happy with me for doing this, but we're going to do it. All right, Mill. So I've been using the Kin & Kind ear cleanser. This has aloe vera and tea tree oil and witch hazel. And somebody came in the other day and they said, well, I read on the internet you never want to put a liquid in a dog's ears. Well, you don't want to put water in the ears. The ears are a dark, warm, moist environment, and that's why yeast grows so well in the ears. And Millie's does pretty well at growing some yeast. You can see there's a little bit of black there, but not horrible. I'm taking her to the office today, so I'm going to trim that hair back a little bit more. Let's see what this one looks like, Mill. She tends to be pretty itchy. Not so bad, sweetie. It's good. So she's got black pigment in there and black hair, so it makes it look worse than it is. But it is a little moist. And one of the ways that you know whether your dog has some yeast is just stick your nose in there like I just did. Sense of smell is a really good way to tell what's going on with your... See, she's itchy. Ooh, that's itchy. And so she does have some yeast. It smells a little bit like corn chips or, baking bread. So I love this Kin & Kind. The witch hazel is a drying agent. So people say, well, you don't want to put water in there, and you don't. And they say use alcohol instead. Well, if you have ulcerations in that ear, just imagine if you've ever gotten alcohol on a cut, that is one of the most painful things in the world. And then you wonder why your dog hates you and bites you when you try to clean their ears. So I love this product because it's got, oh, my bottle's getting low. I love this product because it has the witch hazel that is drying. It doesn't burn at all. So the first thing we want to do is we want to actually fill the ear canal. So this one has this nice little dropper, and we're just going to, keep a good hold, otherwise it gets shaken all over your house. And we want to fill that ear canal pretty well. Now the ear canal goes straight down and then it makes a right-hand turn in toward the head. So next thing I do is I get some gauze and we just want to massage that. You can see the cleaner is coming up as I do that. And what we're doing is we're breaking up anything that is down in, oops, we're dripping on our blankie. We're breaking up anything that's down in the canal where we cannot reach. And then we can take the gauze on the finger and see she does have some decent yeast in there. I love this product because it smells so good. Dry that off. So you don't want to go way down in the canal with Q-tips or anything small. So most of us, our finger is a good size to get in there. And you want to make sure that you're getting it off all sides of the canal, all the way around. So we're doing pretty well. So since I still got some debris, we're going to do it one more time. Such a good girl, Mill. If you're gentle about this, they actually don't mind. If you're not using something that burns or is irritating to the ear, they'll usually be pretty good. So you can hear that squishing. So we're breaking up all the debris that is deep down in the ear. So unless you're doing this kind of flushing, all you're doing is getting the tip of the iceberg by just cleaning around the top of the ear. So you want to make sure that you are actually breaking up all the debris that is deep down in there. Good girl. And normally, she got groomed a few weeks ago. Normally, I like to keep this hair right here around the ear trimmed very, very short so that it doesn't hold debris. Air can get in there and it's a little more breathable. Now, if you are going to use Q-tips at all, you only want to use them on the parts of the ear up top, all these little crevices where you can see. You don't want to go down in the ear where you might do damage. So this is where our Q-tips come in handy to get all those little nooks and crannies. And you can see there's just a little bit of stuff there. Good girl. And she's itchy, but she's not going crazy because this is really soothing. All right, that's much better. Good girl. All right, and then rinse and repeat on the other side. Good girl, Millie. She says, I'm never being part of Breakfast with Spaniels again. Okay, so hopefully that helps because that is something that I find to be a major problem in my clinic. People are using the wrong ingredients. So I had somebody come in the other day and, oh, we read on the, the dog had an itchy ears, little cavalier, read on the internet that, vinegar and water was great to use. Well, it's not. Vinegar is good in that it does lower the pH, which is not as acceptable. Millie's rubbing on everything. Not as acceptable for the yeast to grow. They don't like that acidic pH. But when you add water, and even vinegar is basically a water-based product, you leave that moisture in there. And leaving that moisture is going to set the dog up for further problems. So this poor little dog, since the family had been, using vinegar and water in there, and I don't think they were really cleaning either. They were just putting it in the ear. The dog, by the time he came in, had a really nasty infection in there, bright red and pretty painful. So if the dog has no problem, should their ears still be routinely cleaned? No. Oh, Millie. Come here, sweetie. No, I never clean our dog's ears, except for Scout and Millie. The cockers tend to have more yeasty problems, which is kind of funny because they're the two that eat rabbit, but that's why they eat rabbit, because they're more yeasty. So the other guys, I don't clean their ears at all. They never have any debris. They never have any problem. But that doesn't mean you should never look in your dog's ears. You should check in there all the time and make sure that, stick your nose in there, see if there's any odor. There shouldn't be any odor in there. There shouldn't be debris. There shouldn't be yellow, waxy stuff. There shouldn't be flaking, crusting, redness, ulceration. So that's what you want to look for all the time. Can you use coconut oil? Coconut oil is actually pretty good. You might have a hard time using it as a cleaner. And really getting, if it's a liquid coconut oil, I guess you could get enough in there. With my cocker, the vet stuck a Q-tip down in the ear and the dog would howl, would drive us nuts. I would have to leave. Yeah, well, you know, I don't like sticking Q-tips down there. I really, really like to flush, use my finger, which is bigger. But a lot of times when these dogs are really complaining, it's because they've got ulcerations down there and they're really, really painful. And a lot of the ear cleaning solutions that the veterinarians use are either water-based, so we're leaving moisture, or they're alcohol-based and they burn. So you want to make sure that the product that's being used to clean the ears is not going to burn. Oh, there's people in our front yard. Is not going to burn and is not going to cause problems. Honey, you can cue us up. You can cue us up. We've got electricians coming today to put in our whole house generator because my dad doesn't like it when the power goes out. I don't blame him. The blacksmith is coming to trim the mini horse feet today. We've got a really busy day. So I'm going to get going, but make sure when you're cleaning ears, you're using something soothing that is actually going to do the job. That's why I love the Kin & Kind. It's on my website if you want to take a look at it, see the ingredients. Poor Millie, she's so mad. She said my ear was fine till you touched it.